Around the Table, where we turn the little things into big things. I'm Max Rosenthal.
And I'm Elgin Brown. Lots on the table today, people.
Around the table.
Right. Records are being broken left and right in the NBA playoffs, but more importantly, let's talk about Twitter.
Let's definitely talk about Twitter. A lot going on in the twattosphere, a lot of news coming in, but here's something that caught our attention. In the past week, Steph Curry has tweeted lock in #DubNation 5 times. What are we supposed to make of that?
Now, at a glance, you might think that Steph Curry is just saying he's locked in, focused on winning. But if you take time to really overanalyze this and consider every single interpretation possible, it becomes clear. Steph Curry, he wants to leave the Warriors.
Oh, the guy wants out. And you can tell from his tweets. If you really look, you can tell.
Oh, yeah.
I mean, let's look at the first part. Lock in. You know, some people might think that means focused. I don't think so. Lock in sounds like someone's feeling locked in to a contract.
And #DubNation? What is this W about? Is it for Warriors, or could it possibly be for Willy Wonka's Chocolate Factory?
I don't think it's for that.
Yeah, definitely not. But could it possibly be Washington Wizards?
Ooh.
The Washington Wizards would be a much closer team to Steph's hometown in Ohio.
I think it's safe to say, beyond reasonable doubt, Steph Curry will definitely be a Washington Wizard next year.
Is it the Washington Wizards, or could it be the Washington Redskins?
Oh my God.
I think it's safe to say, based off these tweets, for a fact, Steph Curry will make the transition into the NFL by next year. Mark my words.
Speaking of football, I was going through every single person that Jameis Winston follows on Twitter the other day.
How many?
He's following almost 500 people.
500? That is way too many people for him to be following on Twitter.
400 too many, in my opinion. And guess who he just started following very recently?
Who?
Game of War, the video game. Now the question is, does this put the entire Tampa Bay Buccaneers franchise in jeopardy?
Absolutely, Max. This is terrible news for the Bucs. Summer camp just started, which means preseason is around the corner, and Jameis Winston's out here playing video games, exercising his thumbs when he should be exercising that arm.
As of now, we have no hard evidence that shows him actually playing this game, but based on Twitter, I think it's safe to say he plays on average 6 to 8 hours a day.
Right, which is just irresponsible for a rookie in the league. Does this mean a trade is around the corner for Jameis Winston?
Yes, I think Jameis Winston will 100% be a Miami Dolphin by August.
Without a doubt. And would you look at that, it's time for another edition of Stat Attack. Max, what do we got?
We got a lot of records being broken in the NBA right now, Elgin, but let's start with LeBron James. LeBron last week just became the first player in Cavaliers away Game 5 history to score over 25 points with 7 rebounds and 6 assists while playing under 38 minutes with a point guard named Kyrie.
That is wild.
Oh, we're just getting started. Kyrie Irving just became the 4th player only in NBA history to pass the ball 5 times in a row to the left side of the court after eating a peanut butter flavored power bar before the game.
We are literally witnessing history in the making, people.
If you think that's crazy, get this. Klay Thompson just became the youngest player in NBA history to score over 32 points on a Sunday home game while wearing a number 11 white jersey.
I mean,
just stop talking. Guess what else happened on that same night? Andre Iguodala became the first player in NBA history to sneeze 17 consecutive times on a team bus, passing, of course, Vlade Divac, who sneezed a whopping 15 times on the bus ride home from Los Angeles back in '97.
I mean, who could forget Vlade Sneezak? You know what, Max?
Vlade Sneezak. Did you come up with that just now?
I did.
That's not on the prompter.
I was one of those improv classes.
Give me one of those.
Yeah.
That's good.
Yeah,
That's
yeah.
good stuff.
Anyway, Max, I don't think I've seen this many records broken in the course of one NBA playoffs in my entire life.
Well, why don't you hold on to your horses, Elgin? Because I got one that might blow your socks off.
Blow me. Max, don't. Go ahead.
James Harden just became the only player in NBA history with a beard longer than 4 inches to get to the Western Conference Finals after beating a team with 2 All-Stars from Los Angeles on a day after eating Eggs Benedict for breakfast, short rib grilled cheese for lunch before FaceTiming a relative who lives in another state whose capital city starts with the letter S in the second week of May.
Oh! What a legend, Max!
I mean, what an era we're living in, with all these records being broken.
I'm out of breath. I can't breathe.
He's having a little stat attack. Little stat attack over here.
That's all the time we have for today, people. I'm Elgin Brown.
I'm Max Rosenthal. We'll see you around the table.
Oh, what's that?
Yeah, I think that might be on your sign-off right there.
I like it.